Hi everyone. In this video, I am going over what we are doing in week 4 of our English 200 class. So let me go to the content button here in our My Classroom web page, and then I'm going to scroll down to our week 4 folder, and I will launch the unit. This week, we're focusing primarily on academic essay format. So this week we build upon our strong foundation by learning the most recommended format for written college pieces, the academic essay. Academic essay format has been a tool that countless college students have used to know how to present ideas in a logical, developed way. No matter where one goes to college, chances are very good that this format will be taught in a beginning English class. It is truly wonderful because it allows students to borrow its tried and true structure and organization for their essay to help them create writing that is focused, organized, and developed. This is what the first page of an essay in academic essay format looks like when writing in APA. See the example here? And then here we have a representation of what goes into a good academic essay. So your introduction often starts broad by getting the reader's attention and introducing your topic. But as you move through your introduction, you're going to get progressively more narrow or progressively more specific until you reach your thesis statement, which is very likely going to be the narrowest or most specific point of your paper. From there, you move on into the body of your essay. A lot of times, this is what we call a 5-paragraph essay. So, intro, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Now, if you haven't mastered this format yet, this is a good way to structure essays. But ideally, we want you to move past the 5-paragraph format. Sometimes you might have 5, 6, 7 body paragraphs. So you don't necessarily want to limit yourself to just 3 body paragraphs, but if you're still kind of learning the ropes, this is a good way to structure an essay. Your body paragraphs, of course, support your thesis statement. The thesis statement is a 1 to 2 sentence statement of what your main point is in your paper, or what you're going to be arguing or demonstrating for your reader. That is then supported by different body paragraphs that provide explanations for your thesis. They provide examples, they provide support to back up what you are trying to show your reader. Then, at your conclusion paragraph, you're often going to restate your thesis, and then typically, or I maybe shouldn't say typically, one strategy is to then, if you're restating your thesis, that's again, the most narrow, the most focused part of your paper, and then you progressively get a little bit broader. You move from this really specific point in your paper to starting to think about, what are the next steps? What are the implications of your argument? Where is the reader going to go from here? It is common for students to struggle with organizing their thoughts and writing in something as big as an essay. An academic essay format allows students a chance to simply plug their ideas into a structure that, more or less assures success. It will make sure that you have an introduction that narrows down to a thesis statement that will be developed and proven thoroughly throughout the body paragraphs in an orderly, methodical way, and a logical concluding paragraph that wraps things up nicely. Professors also tend to love this format, especially for beginning writers, as it's much easier to grade if we know where to look for these necessary components of a good piece of writing. At some point, as I've said, you may wish to break free of academic essay format, and many students do successfully as they move further up in their academic careers. However, for now, it is best to use its logical structure to make sure that your ideas are expressed clearly and thoroughly and are thoughtfully developed. Learning academic essay format now and using it throughout your college career will pay off in dividends, as it will allow your messages to be heard loud and clear through your writing. Our PowerPoint for this week, along with our Smart Book reading and work on writing sentences, paragraphs, and essays, will teach you all you need to know about how to put your thoughts together for maximum impact and success in college writing. You're then going to have a chance to demonstrate your knowledge of the main parts of an academic essay through the quiz this week. And as a side note, this is week 4. This is our last quiz for this class. We only have quizzes the first 4 weeks of class. After that, we no longer have quizzes. Finally, in our discussion forum this week, you get a chance to really consider yourself as a writer in terms of your tendencies, strengths, weaknesses, fears, and triumphs, and also get to know your classmates as writers too. Our objectives for this week: you should be able to explain why academic format is effective, identify parts of an essay written in academic essay format, and understand yourself as a writer. Here are our readings and resources for this week. So we have a video on academic essay format. These are the this is the PowerPoint that has gone over in this video, and then this, of course, is our textbook. This week, we're focusing on Chapter 3, writing sentences, paragraphs, and essays. We have another resource here on basic essay format, and then, of course, our typical, how-to videos for McGraw-Hill. But at this point, I imagine you all have a pretty good handle on how to use the McGraw-Hill program. Now moving into our activities and assessments for the week. Up first is the 4th McGraw-Hill Connect module in the class. Like I just said, I imagine you all have a pretty good handle on these things for now. If you ever want to follow up with me, if you ever want to talk about any of the concepts mentioned in, one of the chapters or the assignments, or you're struggling with navigating McGraw-Hill, just let me know. I can help you out. But from what I've noticed, it seems like most people have got a handle on this. Just as a reminder, McGraw-Hill Connect modules are always due by 11:55 p.m. on Sunday, and you must receive 100% on the module. So even if you get 99%, you will not receive any credit. You must completely, quote-unquote, master the concepts. Now we're moving into our discussion board post. Again, as per usual, your initial post is due by Thursday, and then your replies are due by Sunday. For your initial posts, you're going to discuss yourself as a writer. Some things for you to consider are how do you feel in general about writing and why? Can you trace that feeling back to any certain point in your life? What experiences have you had in writing and when? And what do you consider your strengths and weaknesses? And then what about your technological skills? Do you feel good conducting online research? Are you good at navigating our online classroom, about, using a word processor? What might get in the way of your success in a writing class? How might you approach this class knowing all of those things that you just talked about? And what can your instructor do to help you along? What positive self-talk can you engage in to help you succeed? So, some different prompts there for you to respond to as you reflect on yourself as a writer. In your reply posts, which again, you need 2 of those. You may wish to share anything you have in common, offer suggestions for your own experience, and importantly, ask questions of your peers. These forums are meant to be like talking to your fellow students in class, just online. It is always good to stay positive and offer encouragement so we build a strong and thriving online classroom together. As a reminder, your initial post needs to be a minimum of 250 words, and then each of your reply posts needs to be a minimum of 100 words. The initial posts, and hopefully you're aware of this by now, but your initial posts can be accepted up to 2 days late. So the initial posts are due on Thursday. That means I can accept initial posts as late as 11:55 p.m. on Saturdays. The reply posts, however, according to Hondra's policy for online class work, I cannot accept reply posts late. So you absolutely must get those in by Sunday at 11:55 p.m. at the latest. And then finally, we have our parts of an academic essay quiz. I would not take this quiz until you have watched the video on academic essay format and looked at some of the other resources available to you. This quiz goes over those aspects of writing an academic essay. Keep in mind that you can take this quiz as many times as you need to in order to get 100%. So if you take it the first time and you're not happy with the grade that you got, you are welcome to take it again. And that is all for this week. If you have any questions or concerns, just let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. If you ever want to schedule, a phone call or a Zoom meeting to go over your work or to talk about any concepts in the class, I would be happy to do so. Just shoot me an email. We'll find a time that works for both of us.